Alrighty then, it's time for a Jungle Fizz game, and this is the game from hell. What you want? I'll tell you why it's from hell in a little bit, but I'll also tell you that I thought this was a normal game, but it's a ranked game. I queued up, and I thought I was playing normal. Turns out it's a ranked game. Oh boy. That's why I wouldn't normally play someone like Fizz in ranked, because I'm still out of practice with him, and I still gotta work out the kinks on him. So yeah, Magic Pin Red Armor Yellow, Magic Resistance Blues, Ability Power Quince, 12, 18, 0 Masteries. Already, right off the bat, I'm getting fucked, because Elise is stealing my red buff, and there's really nothing I could do about that, or anybody could have done that. So yeah. Also, one of the reasons I thought, yeah, I was definitely queued up in normals, because I have a mid lane Dr. Mundo. In normals, I wouldn't care, though in ranked, I would be a little concerned as to what might actually happen. So yeah, kind of at a really shitty start already. I'm already tilted just because of my choice. Still though, you gotta make the best of it, right? Anyhow, I don't even need red to gank anybody. I just need to have a good chance to walk up to someone and stab them in the butt. Thankfully, Dr. Mundo gets Vector to overcommit a little too much and puts him in a bad position. And me and Dr. Mundo just start bashing the Victor's ass. The Dr. Mundo does a smart thing of going around to make sure Victor can't flash over the wall, because he knows I would kill the Victor myself, so Dr. Mundo is making sure to play catch against the Victor. That was some really nice shepherding by Dr. Mundo. I gotta give him kudos for that. However, the other reason why this is unpleasant, or the entire day is unpleasant, is because right now my neighbors are having a party. So if you hear any weird ass sounds, it's from my neighbors. Second, my teammates, some of my teammates, I won't point out who, and I won't tell you who wasn't doing it, because I would just kind of let you figure it out anyways. They were being massive dick nozzles to the enemy team for absolutely no reason. From the very beginning, they were just like, get wrecked, faggot, and shit like that. It's like, calm down. I don't say anything, and I know I could mute my teammates, but I still want to communicate, and I still sort of, maybe they'll respond to me if I say something, right? So, muting your teammates is kind of a detriment. Your pings can only say so much. But it doesn't really matter. I quickly end up learning throughout this whole game that several of my teammates don't give a rat's ass of what I'm saying, or what kind of warnings or even pings I'm giving them. I'm trying to sort of, tell them this is what we should do or some whatever shit. I'll tell you this though, the toxicity got insane, including the whole, lol, you couldn't beat me, you couldn't 1v1 me, you pussy ass bitch. It's like, why would you want to 1v1 anybody, especially a champion that's supposed to be a duelist, right? Shit like that, it's just insane. Or like, oh lol, you needed to get your friends to come help kill us, you need your friends to come help kill you or kill me or something. It's just that kind of insane shit. It's just bizarre. The reason I bring this up is because it really affected the game. For me personally, I was beginning to tilt. I was beginning to just sort of like, my god, I don't want these people to get super pissy or anything. I hope they would sort of listen to me and whatnot, but they don't. It's become very apparent that they don't. Like right here, you saw me use my smite. I don't have a smite, and I told my teammates, I have my smite down, let's not do dragon. But my teammate goes in, and we go for it. I might as well help them at this point. Elise comes in, and I throw my fish to try to stop her. She dodges it, she comes in, steals dragon, and then gets killed for it. I can't blame the Dr. Mundo too much, because honestly, I'll tell you, he was one of the few that was actually like, yeah guys, let's do this. I love life. I love flowers, sort of thing. So he was the only chill one in this whole goddamn game. But my god. And the thing is, what makes this bizarre is that they were my teammates, no matter how much some of us fucked up or did something stupid, they weren't yelling at their own team. Like, here though, by the way, here I told them, don't go in. I'm actually not even taking the lantern until a little bit after, because they finally killed the Nami, because we saw the Elise. I even pinged for the Elise. And as soon as she showed up, yeah, her damage was so absurd, she burst me down. Again, rewind that. I was so hesitant about going in there because I saw the Elise, and I was like, don't go in. And then go in anyways. If we are, the best opportunity we would have had to turn this around is to wait for them to engage on us, and for Thresh and Lucian to dodge anything Elise does, and then for us to dive in on one of them and sort of maybe turn that around, or not have engaged in it at all. Anyways, anyhow, Jungle Fizz, I'll tell you a tad about the whole premise. Well, actually no, I'll tell you about why it sounded bizarre. Again, my team, no matter how much of an assholes they were being to the enemy team, or like right here, I screwed up really badly. I missed my ultimate in a straight line on Elise, who already burned her E, right? But my teammate didn't say anything. It's like, lol. Said, yeah, man, that sucks. But the reason that's bizarre is because they've been spending the entire time shit-talking the enemy team, but I blatantly fuck up and they don't bash me. It's like, what is wrong with these people? I'm assuming they may have been wanting to tilt the enemy team, but the enemy team wasn't even responding or giving a flying fuck about what was going on. They were just running their mouths. So it's just kind of bizarre in their sort of behavior, but whatever. No, so we're speaking of Jungle Fizz. I'm pretty sure some of you have been curious as to me to talk about him. Jungle Fizz is Fizz. That's it. Like his jungle strengths are not particularly amazing or great or anything. In fact, they're pretty average and in some cases very detrimental. Though a lot of those detrimental stats have sort of been washed away, right? Because the new runic echoes, the changes to the jungle, some monsters, the way mono works now. A lot of the weaknesses Jungle Fizz used to have are no longer there. They're no longer relevant. So you would suppose that maybe he would be a strong jungler, right? Yes and no. In one way, he's just kind of like a carry, and in the carry aspect, if he gets kills, he wins. If he doesn't, he flounders, and there's no real middle ground about that. Jungle Fizz isn't really going to be a detriment to you unless you play like a complete, coward and a wimp, or a coward and a wimp, and at least he's got his ultimate to pseudo-initiate in some cases. So, by the way, I warned them all throughout this whole time, Elise is here, you should back up, and the only reason I stuck around is because I knew she was going to tower dive, and maybe we would have been able to take a kill from that. No, instead I die, and Lucian dies, and thankfully Dr. Muno comes in, and the Thresh and him kill the rest of them, so, So yeah, Jungle Fizz gets a C at this point. Like, he's not bad, he's not terrible, he's not particularly amazing. He's got the actual good benefit of having a pseudo-initiation, so even at his very worst he can do some things, but he still needs to actually kill people and like sort of get some levels in order to do anything, and the jungle still might not actually contribute that to him. So again, it's not detrimental. Go ahead and play him. You can definitely carry him, and even though this is not my best showcase of Jungle Fizz, this game actually encourages me to sort of try him out a bit more. Like I said, I don't expect to be, dominating games and being like, oh my god, Jungle Fizz is the greatest thing ever, but it really wouldn't harm me to, just play him when I feel like I can carry. He'll be like my AP Hecarim, so to speak, if I can make him work out. If you remember, I only play Hecarim when I want to really just, fuck up bitches and win games. So that's my argument for Fizz. And you can take it or leave it. And of course, I've seen Fizz be built in multiple ways, even from the jungle. The on-hit Fizz, the bruiser Fizz, the AD Fizz, the weird tank cooldown reduction Fizz that I don't even know if it still even works. And of course, AP Fizz. And so far from what I've seen, his AP Fizz is a lot better, mostly because Runic Echoes is a really damn sweet item on him. Or at least from the jungle perspective, right? So yeah, take that what you will. If you're already playing Jungle Fizz, continue playing him. If you're interested, I wouldn't really go out of my way to purchase him or anything, except if he's a free-to-play or if he's sort of next on your list to purchase, right? Just nothing. He's not a must-have. He's not gonna hurt you. Just sort of he's there. Anyways, as you can see, this game is going in just the weirdest of directions. The enemy team is struggling to do anything about the Teemo. They're sort of fighting their own battles, and my teammates are fighting their own battles too. Everyone's getting greedy, everyone's dying, the game is taking forever, objectives are becoming a huge issue, and it's just seemingly everyone is super high tense. Like, if we do anything wrong, we get absolutely wiped out. If they do anything wrong, they obviously get absolutely wiped out. It's just one of those games where I'm actually very afraid of fucking up, and I'm being overly cautious. And that might actually be hurting my chances, because Fizz is someone who's supposed to be super aggressive and, go for the kills. Either way, here though, as you can see, the Teemo's being super aggressive on his own and gets himself killed. Shit like that is sort of detrimental to the overall game, because in my team composition can't win if an actual full-on team fight happens and the enemy team sort of manages to catch up. The only reason we're kind of having a great advantage right now is because Dr. Muno won his mid lane quite handedly, and the enemy team will destroy the Xiaosu like crazy amounts. And also, the enemy's weakness is the Caitlyn loss, but also the other weakness is the Elise has all the kills on her. So while she may be strong, she's not exactly someone you want to have all the kills. Anyways, they engage on me. Or they try to. I just use Lantern. We're here governing for the the dragon. Caitlyn gets caught, and we go full on her. I managed to pick her off with my E, flash out. And this fight is just so goddamn messy. They're all focusing the Dr. Moon, though. The Victor should have probably just turned around and focused on everybody else. The Teemo gets killed by the Elise. Fight is still scattered. Lucian goes in. Thresh gets killed. Shoots down Elise. I'm just kind of hanging in the background, just waiting for someone to get low enough for me to just pick off so I don't get blown up by some stray Victor arrow. I mean, Victor laser. I do pick up the Yasuo, then I pick up the Victor, and that allows us to get the dragon. So I just kind of hung around, just waiting right there like an opportunity, like a leopard. Just waiting to, just waiting to pounce on the easy prey, or something. Yeah. I know. I'm out of breath. I'm a little confused, because this game was super tilting. Like I said, I did not intend to even play a ranked game, and now I'm here, and I'm so goddamn scared for my own team. So it's just like, I was so tense throughout the whole thing. I'm like, please, don't fuck this up so hard. Just please, Lord Jesus, help me out. Thankfully, the enemy team, the Elise is the only one actually responding to my teammates. She's full on tilt. She's just like, I fucking hate you. And because I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't even use my goddamn E. It was off cooldown. And I also forgot I had an hourglass. So I died like a total bitch right there. Thankfully, they do pick up the Yasuo, so it's not all in vain. And the enemy at least also got killed. So, I mean, I don't know if I still would have died, but I definitely wouldn't have died as much of a bitch as I did in that point. So yeah, hooray for Stonewall mistakes. I'm only human. As you can see, though, my Lucian is a little too gung-ho. Takes a lot of damage, but he does deal a lot of damage in himself. You should watch Lucian. A lot of the things he's going to be doing are very confusing, very aggressive, and some of them work out, but not a lot of them. Like right here, he goes in, he gets CC, and the enemy team just blows him up, or blows a lot of shit on him, which allows the Elise to sort of catch him and start grinding him to dust. And that results in us losing a team fight because he got super goddamn greedy and aggressive. So, two of my very important teammates get killed, Thresh ends up getting caught and killed as well. And me and Mundo are forced to retreat and lose pretty much map control for a little while. We're here, so just in the back trying to see what happens. But then for whatever reason, Nami got a little too close to the tower with no minions, so we pick her off and sort of reset the whole goddamn thing. I don't know what the hell is going on in this game. You can tell me, right? I don't know if Riot released, PCP through the computers of everyone else, but everybody in this game was so goddamn high. Nobody was doing anything right. Not even me. Sorry. I gotta relax a tiny bit. So now, Lucian is getting chased by the Elise and the Caitlyn, and they chased way too far for no goddamn reason, so this just allows us to intercept them and absolutely blast them to bits. So Caitlyn dies, and then Elise tries to go for the Lucian, which honestly is a smart choice, because she was gonna die anyway. Maybe this way she would have gotten a Lucian. And now, because of this, we're able to push. Teemo's in top lane chasing Yasuo for a long time. I don't even know what the Yasuo keeps thinking he's gonna do against Teemo except push, but he did outmaneuver the living shit out of him. We get bottom tower. We intercept. I decide not to retreat because the Dr. Moon said, "Hey, let's go get Victor." So I decide to follow him in. Yasuo is the one who gets caught instead because he turned around and fought. He uses his ult on me, but this time I remember to use my hourglass, so I fly in the air as a golden statue, land back in, and we stab Yasuo to death. Hooray for us! Well, slowly stab him to death, and then you can see. So I was golden Fizz for just a little short while. Now we're going for the Baron. Kind of a really risky Baron since our damage isn't that high without Lucian. And Elise got a little too close. We damaged her quite a bit. We got nothing out of it, but we just kind of forced him to retreat. I go back home. You can see that I'm buying sort of anything to help me just sort of assassinate someone. But during that time, the enemy team pretty much snuck a dragon. And they got a lot of blue dragons so far, so they're pretty. They got that effect lined up. Once again, my teammates go for Baron, which again, I'm a little bit disgruntled over. I don't want to do it because it's very risky. I know Victor's going to show up over here, so I throw my fish hoping to hit him. It misses by a little bit, but it's still, though, team burns him to shreds. In comes the enemy team. We easily turn around, even though the Baron was getting close to being dying. We kill the Yasuo, then we kill the Elise, and surprised she had a Guardian Angel. We didn't even notice, and then when we realized she was coming back, we just turn around and finish her off. So goodbye to your Guardian Angel. We turn around and get the Baron. Thankfully, with this, we'll be able to do something. But this is solo queue, okay? This is solo queue. And you can see, this video is like 7 minutes long before it's done. So, you can tell, this Baron is going to be part of Throw City. So, you gotta love these types of games. Anyways, the enemy Caitlyn, for whatever reason, she just started to get killed. She tried to 1v1 a goddamn Teemo. Just why? Just leave Teemo alone. He's already destroying the enemy team. We group up. We're trying to push down mid-bottom. Teemo's bottom lane, and you already saw him kill Elise, and Nami comes in and kills him. But it's still a numerical advantage for us. And I'm waiting around in the sidelines, waiting to throw my fish at someone. And the Thresh just tower dives, uses ultimate, doesn't really hit anybody. And as soon as Yasuo's in range, I throw my lobster at him. And then we dive at him. And while he uses ultimate to try to escape, I go golden statue mode again, and I just eat my way out of it. My teammates turn around, and he managed to kill the Caitlyn that was just sort of sitting there. But thankfully, at least we sort of come out ahead on that one. I didn't die, and I'm forced to retreat anyways. Go home, heal myself, buy more. Lucian is just chilling around here trying to be, I don't know, trying to assassinate someone, misses his dash, he doesn't get to do anything, and the enemy team catches him. So now, he's forced to run for his life. He actually makes a good maneuver by flashing back to the direction that Elise came, and he's just running for his life. During that, though, I catch Nami, I kill her. You can see Elise flashes over the wall in order to try to intercept Lucian, but he notices her, so he just sort of retreats. She loses a lot of space. I show up, burst her down for quite a lot of damage, and then I catch her to finish her off. And then Yasuo gets killed by the rest of the homies. Victor gets a little too close, and I dive at him, starts diving him in the butt, and then I finish him off too with my butt slam with my E. And I run away, Caitlyn chases after me, I flash over, and then she tries to ult me, I use my E, and then Teemo assassinates her from the back. So, that was a rinky-dinky mess, wasn't it? Still though, this probably should be the push that should have won the game. We're 20 kills ahead. We have Baron Muck, we have half a minion wave, we have a Dr. Mundo who could tank, but of course Teemo decides fuck winning, fuck being sensible. He tries to kill the Nami, gets caught by the Elise, gets caught by the enemy team, they blow up his Guardian Angel. Thresh is like, god damn it, now I gotta help Teemo with me and Mundo, or like, we need to finish this game now. So Elise and the rest of the enemy team managed to kill the Teemo, although it still ends up costing Elise's life, so it's not all in vain. However, we could have probably taken a Nexus turret or two, so that was kind of goddamn pointless. The Emperor Dragon, or whatever the hell it's called, is spawned, so we gotta go protect it or some shit, and I want to go home, but because we got intercepted by them, I have to sort of stick around. My teammate Dr. Mundo starts the dragon and he asks us for help, and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure we should do this because the enemy team is right around the corner, but I thought maybe we'd be able to burst it down quickly enough. Obviously that was, you know, stupid as hell, but my god. I avoid Caitlyn's gunshot, and Yasuo comes in, cuts me to sashimi, and all hell breaks loose. The enemy team catches the dragon with lower health, and they decide, let's go for it. Meanwhile, Lucian is coming down from behind the dragon pit. And by the way, he actually told us, hey, you can't blame me, Victor and Elise were on me. Yeah, they weren't. He was literally standing there by himself for the longest time. He could have dashed in once Yasuo took a bit of the brunt damage from the goddamn dragon and maybe gunned him down quickly because he wouldn't have known that he was there. But because he took so goddamn long, didn't take the lantern, Victor and Elise are now going to be able to catch him off guard and at least keep him at bay. Now they actually do. So my team gets wiped out. The Teemo gets caught after he showed up. He gets killed. The enemy team gets the dragon. My Lucian gets killed. My entire team was basically wiped out except the Dr. Mundo, who had the sense to just walk away from this whole disaster. Again, the best part is the Lucian was like, oh, I couldn't do anything. The Victor and the Elise were on me from the start. Har. Yeah. The reason I make fun of him is because that was fucking dumb, and he's trying to blame us now. Now the animosity has begun in our team. And now everyone is on full goddamn tilt. Fortunately, the enemy team is in our jungle for some goddamn reason, and Elise gets caught and absolutely melted. Of course, she has Guardian Angel, so we have to kill her once again. I throw my lobster, and I managed to clip her for the kill, but she was probably gonna die anyways. I jump against the Yasuo, start stabbing in his butt, and I go in golden mode to avoid Victor's damage, but then his laser and his ultimate finish me off, so I die. Thankfully, that made Victor get a little too close, and they managed to CC him and then kill him. And now my teammates are chasing the remnants of the enemy team. It's still not over because my teammates decide to engage in the Caitlyn in the most awkward of ways. So she guns down the Thresh, and then she guns down the Teemo slowly. And the Dr. Mundo sort of just like, should I go in or should I run away? But as a result, Teemo just ends up getting himself killed because no one was there helping him. And then the Dr. Mundo gets gunned down. So fuck us, right? Just fuck having any sort of sensible game. And Lucian's like, oh, I didn't need to be there. So, Either way, though, the Caitlyn stuck around for too long for whatever goddamn reason with the tower, and then she gets gunned down by the Lucian, so whatever advantage they were trying to get, they just kind of pissed it away again. So, oh boy, this game is gonna give me PTSD. I don't even know. This is hell incarnate. Now, right now, we're trying to control the Baron once again, but the enemy team sort of just hangs around here. Lucian gets caught, but I go in trying to assassinate the Victor, and they turn their attentions to me instead. I manage to flash over the wall and then take the Thresh Lantern to escape, so I don't die immediately. However, a fight is going to break out very soon. Thresh burns his ultimate, and they're going for the Baron. I'm sort of chilling in the background, just seeing if I can steal the Baron if it had to come to that point. My teammates go in, Thresh catches the Victor, who just, no one even blocked for him. So, like, Victor got chunked just a little bit, but not enough. Full-on team fight occurs. I went in there trying to maybe do some damage before I drop, because I feel that this is like the most vital team fight that's going to go down. Thankfully, my teammates are so tanky. They have Guardian Angel. They just had the best position to engage this. Wipe out the enemy team, except the Caitlyn, who Lucian will wipe out right now a little bit. She just runs in there, kills the copper, and just kills her. Oh, sweet Jesus, the game is thankfully over, because even, you know, the most stupid-ass monkey realizes that they should just finish this game. But of course, you can see which players were the ones who were disrespectful. They refused to end the game properly and instead sort of gloat over the enemy team's fountain instead of just finishing quickly. Whatever. That game is over. It was literally one of the worst games I've ever played, and I didn't even intend to play it. This channel is supported by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Check out the description below for links to the websites. Signing up for any trials, including Crunchyroll's free anime trial, greatly supports my channel. Also remember to give the video a like to support the channel and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've also made a Patreon now, and if you wish to support me through that medium, then I welcome it.